Happy Monday. Good morning, everyone. Happy start of the week. Happy Supercharge Manifesting Monday. Welcome to our spiritual coffee time together in our family. Here in our community, we refer to ourselves as the Money Family. So happy Money Day is how we've renamed Mondays. Welcome to all of you that are watching. And today, usually I say, come on in for some spiritual coffee. Well, today is going to be a little inspiration, right? It's my turn to have a conversation that my intention, at least, is to inspire you. So, good morning, those of you that are joining live, and those of you that will watch the replay. Happy Monday, start of the week to all of you. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that we get to start Mondays off together. And oh wow, I see friends. This always distracts me. Like seeing all the names, I want to start saying, "Hey Marcia, hey Camille, hey Jackie, hey Mary," and I start calling names. And before you know it, there's like well over 100 people for me to say hi to. So I'm saying hello to all of you, giving you all a big, massive Monday morning hug and lots of love. Lots of love. All right, you guys, let's jump right into this conversation. So, this morning we're talking about manifesting your best life in all areas of your life. And remember, it's going to be really quick because it's all about inspiring you to go take action. All right. So, as you guys that know me very well, I always say life gives me content. And my inspiration for this topic was a memory that popped up in my mind maybe 2 weeks ago of a time when my son was in middle school and I had to go for parent teacher conference. All right, so here we go. My son is probably in the first year of middle school, and both my kids, I am that mom. I am an academic. And so, especially for their formative years, I was always on top of both of them to get the homework done. Let me see your report card, and because I knew if I could get them squared away in those early years, that they would just run with it from there. So I wasn't necessarily as like over them like that once they finish elementary school, but definitely for those first few years of elementary school, they knew mommy meant business when it came to the grades, right? So we get to middle school, and my son, being my son, does not tell me that it's parent teachers conference. I happen to somehow find out by chance. I pick him up from school and I go, tonight's parent teacher conference, and we're going. And he's like, why? Why do we need to go, Mom? I'm doing fine. It's my son. I'm doing fine. I said, well, I want to go. I want to know what's going on and I want to go. So we go to the parent teachers conference, and I'm never going to forget this. The very first teacher that I went to talk to, and knowing my kids, I could see how my son would have been shocked that I would even go to this teacher, right? Because I know they perceive that for me, there are certain subjects that have more weight and validity than others. Well, I decided this night I was going to go to all the teachers. And so the very first one that I went to was art. So I walk into the parent teachers conference with the art teacher, and I sit down and I said, so tell me about how Sebastian's doing in class, and what have his grades been, and where does he need extra help? Now this is art, okay? 7th grade art. Or what grade is this? 6th grade here in the States. I think middle school is 6th grade. So it's 6th grade art. My son's probably not taking this serious. I don't think a lot of kids take art serious in the 6th grade. But listen to the rest of the story. So the lady says to me, he's doing fine. She's like, kind of like shrugging her shoulders. He's doing fine. And I go, really? Well, what are his grades? And she starts telling me his grades, which I quickly conclude is about a B, B minus. And she's telling me he's doing fine. Then she says these words, which I am never going to forget. She looked me dead in the eyes and she said, in fact, I'm surprised that you're here. I am surprised that you're here. I about fell off the chair. My kid has a B, B minus. You're telling me he's not like performing at his best, but you're surprised I'm here. Well, let me tell you, like I'm going to tell all of you today because I turned into Mama Bear. And I jokingly say I'm Mama Eagle. Sometimes I have to step in the mom role for some of you. But here's the thing. I sat in front of that teacher and I said, "This is my son. I gave birth to him. I know what he's capable of. Maybe you don't know, but I know what he's capable of. And it's not this." And Sebastian's sitting there, and here's the power of what happened that day. My child got to see me stand for what he was capable of. And it inspired me to have this conversation with all of you watching, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, because I feel like sometimes, I know for me, there's certain areas in my life where I just wish someone had stood for my best, just stood for what I'm capable of. So today I want to do that for all of you, because in the class called Manifesting, we are all A students. Like this class, it's an open book test. All the tests, the book is open, the answers are all there. We can ace it, all of us, every single one of us. Doesn't matter your education, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter your skin color, doesn't matter your gender. Nothing matters. The playing field is even. Every student in this class gets an A. When it comes to manifesting, all of you are capable of an A or an A plus. And maybe it's just that you've never had someone stand for you and tell you just how powerful you are, just how smart you are, just what you're capable of. And so today, that's my job. I'm standing for all of you. I'm here to remind you, you got this. You can ace this class. That's who you are. I know what you're capable of, just like I know what you're capable of because I understand creation. I understand the capacity that we all have. None of us are any different. There's no luck happening here for some of us. Some people want to believe I'm not manifesting because some people are lucky and some people are not. No, you're just not operating at your capacity. You're not really employing the mechanics of manifesting. But it's not that you're not capable of it, right? So I want to remind you, and I want you to remind yourself, you are powerful manifestors. You are a powerful manifester. Maybe no one has stood for you. Maybe no one has told you. No, maybe no one has gotten into somebody's face. This reminds me of another story where Diane and I had enrolled to do this program with this woman. Oh my God, I think we spent $24,000 to go coach with this lady or something crazy. And so the part of the coaching was that we got to go to 2 events at our corporate office out in Lake Tahoe. And so we go in the room, and no joke, like it's pretty intimidating because it's all these super achievers in business. I mean, people who can just shell out. We were new to our business too. I don't even know how we paid for this. But we managed to. And we're there, and in the room are all these other business owners who are thriving and way on down the road in business. But that wasn't quite as intimidating as the woman who was in charge of all of this, like the coach that we had invested in. When I tell you, you don't want to meet her in a dark alley, I mean, she is pretty scary, even on a good day, right? So we're in a class, and I don't know what she says, and we're on a break, and she might have invited us if we wanted to coach with her one-on-one in addition to what we were doing. I can't remember, but I'm never going to forget. Diane walked up to her. Now, you guys have seen Diane. She's all of about 100 pounds, right? Tiny as can be, petite. This woman is she's like a 6'2" woman, like in addition to everything else about her energy being intimidating, very in her masculine. And Diane walked up to her in her face and said, "Let me tell you, Tasha, she's amazing. In fact, she might be even better than you." I'm, I'm over in the side, like shaking. I cannot believe what she's saying. I literally want to say, no, 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 that's not true. Right? But the point is, Diane, I'm never going to forget, stood for me, stood for what I was capable of. And that's what I want to do for you. I always say, you all want a Diane. Well, you have us both. especially those of you that are in the program with us. You have us both. And those of you that are watching this morning, my gift is, whether you're in your program or not, I'm here to tell you I stand for your greatness. I stand for you being a powerful manifester, because I know that that's what you are. I know it. So I want all of you typing. I want every single one of you this morning to type, whether you're watching live or the replay, I am a powerful manifester. I am a powerful manifester. Before we even go on, I want you all, I am a powerful, there we go. I am a powerful manifester. I love it. I am a powerful manifester. And here is why it's amazing to have someone stand for you. And so that's a great foundation to have. And Diane went up and like went in her face, or I did that for Sebastian in front of his teacher. But the greatest power of all is when you have it for yourself. So, sometimes we just like need somebody else to remind us or to see it for us. And that's amazing. It's a great place to start. So you have that. I gave it to you. But the next level is when you have it for yourself. And that's what we're going to do this morning, right? We're going to be in the class called Life. And we're going to evaluate, because here's what I also want you to know and to get. And you can type this, you can put it in the chat if you want, you can write it down. But self-evaluation, your ability to grade yourself, not wait on some external person outside of you, not wait on life to tell you, but for you to look at your life. And this is something that I do often. In fact, I was away this weekend, just Tasha time, just to sit with me and where I am right now, and to take a break and refuel, but also, in the quiet moments with myself, to go, all right, so how are you doing? How are you doing with what you say you want from life? And so self-evaluation, which is what we're going to do today, you are going to grade yourself. Self-evaluation equals self-empowerment. You don't need anybody to empower you when you self-evaluate. You get to decide for yourself. You don't need anybody to tell you if you're doing great or not doing great, or how you're doing with life. You get to decide. Self-evaluation equals self-empowerment, and that is what you want. Yes, it's great for me to tell you you got the goods, but you want to know you have it. You want to own that truth. So self-evaluation equals self-empowerment. Self-evaluation equals self-improvement. Self-improvement. The one thing that I learned not to do with my kids after they finish elementary school, yes, I would check up on their grades, but people marvel at how well they do in comparison to when I see their friends and I hear their moms talk. They're constant. I don't even know how to check my son's grades. I don't know. I did not know how to check my daughter or my son's grade from middle school to high school. I have no idea. Their father will text me every now and then and say, hey, have you logged in and seen? I don't know how to log in. I don't know. That's their job now. It's your responsibility to be self-evaluating so you can decide how you want to self-improve. That's the greatest gift I felt I could give my kids. I told them what they were capable of. My son would come to me, or my daughter, not so much my daughter, but my son was a classic. Oh, mom, I got a B in the class and I did really great because so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so got a C. And I would look at him and say, Sebastian, I don't care. Those are not my kids. I couldn't care less. I know what you're capable of, and it's not a B. That's not what you're capable of. So don't make any excuses by telling me what everybody else is doing. And that's what we do sometimes in our life. We look around at our family and our friends and we're like, yeah, I'm doing okay. But when you're saying you're doing okay, you still know it's not your best. That's not what you're capable of. And you know it, right? But you start settling. And that's why everything we do, I really love the group environment, because together we rise. Not because we're watching what everybody else is doing, but it just reminds us to self-evaluate so we can self-improve. I know what I'm capable of, and this is or isn't it. So self-evaluation leads to self-empowerment, self-improvement, and my favorite of all, self-celebration. So many people are waiting for somebody else to celebrate them. Do it yourself. Like, you know what? When we go through this evaluation this morning, if there's an area that you're like, even if you're not completely at where you should be, maybe it's that, you know what, in the last year, in the last 6 months, I've really come a far way. And I want to celebrate me for that. I want to celebrate myself. So self evaluation leads to self empowerment, self improvement, and self celebration. Do you notice something about all of that? You take your power back. You get it back. You get it back. You don't need external forces to reinforce you. You enforce yourself. That's what I want to share with you this morning. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to grade ourselves. You're the teacher, right? You're the evaluator, and this is your life. So in these 4 areas, I want you to just evaluate today, right now. How are you doing? A, B, or C? And so as I say each one, you're just going to think really quickly and give yourself a grade. All right? Here we go. In your finances, A, B, or C? You are the evaluator. You know what you're capable of. What do you give yourself right now? An A, a B, or a C in finances? Go ahead and type the letters. And there is no failing. There's no failing grade, right? Even a C is just an opportunity for improvement. That's it. A, B, or C. How are you doing? A, B, or C? Go ahead. Let's see all of your responses. A, B, or C. Self-evaluation gives you the opportunity to self-improve. That's all this is. And you know, here in the Money Family, it's all about us just loving on each other. We don't try to, call it what it's not. We're just honest with each other and honest with ourselves, because from that place of honesty and realness, you can create transformation. You can just look at it and decide, all right, so this is where I am today, but this is not what I'm capable of. Or this is where I am today and I've improved significantly. Maybe I'm a C today, but I know I was failing this class straight up as an E 2 months ago or a year ago. I was in a worse place, maybe just in my thinking more than anything else, right? So in finances, A, B, or C. In your health, A, B, or C. Everything in your life related to your health, what are you? A, B, or C? What are you capable of? This is how you're grading yourself based on what you know you're capable of for you. A, B, or C? I was talking to my friend recently, Kezia. Some of you might know her. And she was telling me that she was doing something called 75 the hard way, or I can't remember, something to do with 75 days of something. And she said the most interesting thing. She said, I'm turning 50 and I want to be in the best shape of my life. At 50, I want to be in the best shape of my life. And I was like, that's so cool. Like, she knows what she's capable of, and she knows she's capable of being in the best shape of her life at 50, right? So based on what you know you're capable of in the area of health, what do you give yourself? In the area of spirituality, you know what you're capable of. You know how, and this is, I see someone here type in Evie, which she talks a lot about when she was a young girl and how much she dreamt and believed and she was connected and aligned. And if you look back at your childhood and how you were in your spirit being, how just connected and in flow and aligned, and how you dreamt and how you believed, and it wasn't about your religion or not your religion. You were just, that expansive nature where there's no burden on you. That's what I mean when I talk about your spirituality, being in that place of childlike power. How are you doing today in the area of spirituality? Because as a child, you saw what you were capable of, right? So in the area of spirituality, how are you doing? A, B, or C? And then the last one, I love it. The last one is in the area of relationship or relationships, whether you want to just choose to focus on one relationship, maybe your marriage, maybe your relationship with your kids, a specific relationship in your life, or you want to just look at relationships in general. What are you capable of? And do your relationships reflect that today? How would you grade yourself? How would you evaluate? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Relationships. Okay. I just want to say I absolutely love that we get to play like this, that you guys show up every Monday morning and engage in this way, and you're so willing to do this work. I'm impressed by you. Like, if I were the teacher of this class in your life, I would give you all an A for effort just because you showed up. Right. And sometimes you kind of just need to give yourself that a pat on the back and an A and a little, you know, how the teachers give you the little star. You're all my pets, right? So you're the teacher's favorites, all of you, teacher's pet, all of you, just because you show up. If nothing else, there's so many people. There are people who join this Monday morning live and they're 3 hours behind. They're waking up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m. to watch live. Like, you have got to be kidding me. That gets an A for me. So just because you're here, you get an extra A today, bonus points, right? All right, so here we go. Yes, Suzanne, Suzanne from Canada, an A for consistency and for showing up. For sure. You have been on every Monday morning for at least 2 years, every single Monday morning. So yes, for that. A for showing up. So here's what we're going to do. We all saw what we saw. We all saw the grades that we gave ourselves. You have a choice. You can use this to go, oh my gosh, I'm not doing as amazing as I want to be. What's that going to do for you? Nothing. To beat yourself up about that is going to do nothing. Here's what I want to give you the gift of doing. Use it to self-empower you to self-empower yourself. To self-empower yourself. Yeah. Right? Use it to self-improve. Use it to find a way. Okay, even if you're a C, what can you celebrate about that C? What can you sell? Because I know if you're a C, you probably had been a D or an E or an F at some point, right? Maybe you were a B and you fell down to a C. Okay, no problem. I'm not going to beat myself up about that. I know what I'm capable of. I know I can get back to an A. Every single one of you, you are A students in all of these areas of your life. That's what you're capable of. You're powerful manifestors. But for today, real quick, I want you all to pick one. So pick one of these. And for the next 90 days, you are really going to show up for you in this area. Which is the area that you're going to choose this morning? Finances, health, spirituality, or relationships? You're really going to be in the class called life. You're going to go for it. You're going to do whatever it is that you know you need to do, that you know you can do, that you know you're capable of doing. You're going to ace this class in the next 90 days. Which area is it? Go ahead and type it. Which area is it? And that's it. This is you doing this for you. You don't need to be motivated. You don't need to be inspired by any external force. It's you standing for you. Like Diane stood for me, like I stood for Sebastian. I've done that part for you as the baseline, but show up for yourself. What does that look like? What does it look like for you to give yourself an A? You have 90 days to do it. Let's see. And I'm seeing it all here and I'm holding you all accountable, right? You typed it. You said, this is what you're going to do for the next 90 days. Nobody needs to tell you what to do. I trust you all know the exact steps to take. And if you're feeling like, I don't know what to do, Tasha, I don't know what the next step is. Here's what's amazing. Just ask. Many times my prayer is, God, this is my desire in this area, and I've been trying at it, and I see that I'm not figuring it out. Can you please tell me what to do next? Can you please send me some support? Can you please put me in a place where I get more information about how to make this easier? Sometimes it's just, God, can you help me make this easier? Whatever your prayer needs to be, so you can get the support that you need. but you don't need any external anything once you decide to do something for yourself. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's take action. You have 90 days to do it. Mwah. I love you all. Go out, celebrate yourselves today. Celebrate the fact that you took the time to do this self evaluation. Be really proud of yourself because a lot of people don't have the courage to do this, but you do. And you also have the courage to stand for yourself. And I am proud of each and every one of you. Mwah. Go have an amazing Monday. Bye, everyone.